She gets Mimika to enter the school beauty contest during the next school culture festival. Of course, the cat girl has some hidden agenda. Meanwhile, an actual plot is starting, where the dog boy is talking to the shadowy figure, mentioning Deko's mysterious reappearance. The figure tells him that he did it and mind his own business before asking the cat girl of her plan. Of course, the cat girl plans on making Inuma's form appear during the beauty contest and getting Mimika kicked out of the school. She wouldn't! What a dastardly plan! Meanwhile, Haru gives the stupid rabbit girl a pep talk about the importance of being responsible, and tells Mimika to go to the beauty contest alone because he needs to take care of the animals. Mimika runs off and is chased off by a bunch of guys being led by the dog guy. The contest has started, and while Mimika was running, Miku takes her place. This is just too much. I mean, I'm a healthy heterosexual male, but this is just ridiculous. I mean, this makes sultry teenage super foxes look like a nursery rhyme. This makes showgirls look like Shakespeare. Forsooth, everyone doth have AIDS. Halfway done. So Mimika jumps on stage and transforms into Inaba anyway. The cat girl challenges her to a fight. So not 5 seconds after starting the fight, Inuma's shirt's ripped open in front of the entire school, showing her
melons! Big, juicy melons!
Are they nice and firm?
What do you think?
The cat girl charges again, but Inuma grabs her and asks her who the board is and what they have to do with merge being. The cat girl doesn't know, but then all of a sudden, Deko returns! And he's more cyber sex than ever.
A cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton.
And apparently he's half horse, too. Inuma uses some of the only clothing she has left to blind the horse robot man, and kick him so hard he explodes. This sends her flying and smashing into Miku. The two grow a little closer, through violence, but not before Miku's own dirty mind takes the term merge completely wrong. And then after that, Mimika also misunderstands and runs off. Thank God. Well, maybe we'll finally get somewhere in this series. And oh, what the hell? How much more of this is there? A whole episode? God! The last episode starts with Inaba explaining her past, her abusive father, her neglected whore of a mother, and then she tells us how she's always loved Haru. Meanwhile, the dog boy sums up the plot in 2 minutes. The entire show and whatnot explained in 2 minutes by a secondary character. Haru returns home to find Inaba sitting seductively on his bed. Wait, what was it that you said 5 seconds before this, Inaba?
I'll have to change myself.
You really changed there, Inaba! You really changed! Way to show the world! Way to be even more of a than your mother was, you stupid! Let's continue. Not being what Haru expected in the least, Inaba is shot down, and Mimika spends the night snuggled next to him. And then she turns back into Inaba. Then back into Mimika. Then back into Inaba. Do I really need to start keeping tally of how many times I do this? The board claims that they captured all the furries in their district. However, as long as Inaba/Mimika are still at large, they won't be happy. Mimika and Miku go shopping for underwear. Mimika admits to sleeping next to Haru, which Miku takes totally the wrong way, and finally tells Mimika to back off, because she really loves Haru. Of course, this doesn't last long, as Haru is captured by the board and they take over the shopping mall. What is that guy doing? Inaba rushes Miku and Haru to safety until the cat girl shows up and challenges her again. And while this is very anticlimactic, I have to admit, this fight is actually pretty darn good. Lasting a lot longer than anything else we've seen thus far, this really uses the space given and it actually feels like a really epic fight. Inaba stops fighting, saying that they shouldn't be fighting because they're the same. Goes to explain her backstory, and how when she was a young girl she witnessed her mother's suicide, and her pet cat getting hit by a car. She says she doesn't need anyone, until the board turns on her, and drops what is no surprise to anyone who is crazy enough to stick around this long, a box with the new and improved Deco inside. No quote this time, people. I am running out of them. Just out of them. After the first attack rips off her clothes, Mimika starts protecting Koshika, who in turn uses a high-voltage cable to stop Deco for the third and thankfully final time. The explosion sends Mika and Haru flying off a balcony, and Inaba isn't sure whether or not to rescue them. After a pep talk from Mimika in her own mind, Inaba jumps after them, falling into the pit. The next day, Haru and Miku... Wait, hang on, we're at the next day already? Haru and Miku are on the roof. Inaba hasn't shown up. Inaba, Koshika, and the dog boy are going to run away, but Inaba changes her mind, takes off the fake rabbit stuff, and goes back to Haru and Miku. And ladies and gentlemen, I've never been happier to say, that's it. Dear Lord, this alone has been enough to make me reconsider my reviewing topic. This anime is horrible. Absolutely terrible. The only people who would like this are prepubescent boys and guys who are bigger perverts than me. And that's saying something. I could see where it would be a great series and all on its own. If the producers were interested in things like, oh, I don't know, plot. The characters are one-dimensional. The story is intolerable. The artwork, while detailed, is all the right stuff for all the wrong reasons. I don't mean to harp, but what were you thinking? Till next time, this is the Otaku Review. I'm Otaku, and remember, people, panty shots. They're all good and fun until someone loses an eye. Think about it!